Well, before we answer which is best, let's first discuss how each plan works. When you make a contribution to a registered retirement savings plan, you receive a tax deduction for the amount of the deposit. The money compounds on a tax-free basis, but when you withdraw the money later on, the amount of the withdrawal is fully taxable as income. The exceptions to this are withdrawals for the home buyer's plan and the lifelong learning plan. There are limits though as to how much you can contribute to an RRSP, so be sure to verify your contribution limit by checking your federal notice of assessment.
A tax-free savings account does not provide a tax deduction for the contributions you make. The investments do compound on a tax-free basis. However, any amount withdrawn is non-taxable. There are limits as to how much you contribute into a TFSA, so be sure to double-check the amount you're allowed before making any deposits. So, RSPs and TFSAs are very different, and yet both are great ways to save for retirement.
Now, as for which one is best, the answer is it depends. If you are in a high marginal tax bracket, it often makes more sense to contribute to your RSP so that you save taxes immediately. Ideally, you want to defer taxation for as long as possible so that more money is invested and compounding for you right away. So if, for example, you are in a 40% marginal tax bracket and you make a $10,000 contribution to an RRSP, you will receive a tax refund of $4,000. If you invest that $4,000 into a tax-free savings account, you will then have $14,000 in total growing for your retirement, as opposed to just having $10,000 compounding for you if you had invested the original amount into the tax-free savings account.
We recommend TFSAs instead of RSPs when the person is in a much lower tax bracket now but expects to be in a higher tax bracket later on. We also prefer TFSAs when the person suspects they might need the money in the short to medium term. And one last thing that's important to remember is that you can invest your TFSA money into different types of investments, from stocks and bonds to mutual funds and ETFs. Unfortunately, many people believe the tax-free savings account must literally be invested in a low interest-paying savings account, and that's just not the case.
So thanks for stopping by, and be sure to follow us on our Facebook page, and we'll talk soon.